Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Might. I am Michael Cole, here with Tony Schiavone and Elijah Burke filling in for Montel Vatadius Porter because we don't know where he's at. But hopefully we'll seek him by the next show. And today on Dynamite for Might, we're going to see the TWF World Heavyweight winnings on stake. Not to be misled with the TWF Heavyweight winnings, which is held by Rex. Held by Mora. Michael Cole says. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. Today we're going to see Biggie Langston take on Rex here for the TWF World Heavyweight winnings. Will be on stake here today on Dynamite or Might. And now Elijah Burke says I'm filling in for Montel Vatadius Porter this week because we don't know where he's at. They put him away and they can't seek him. Always seems to be a bind when you're a doll. You never show up when someone needs you. Well, here is Biggie Langston, and we tell you that hopefully by next week we will have Montel Vatadius Porter back with us. Michael Cole says. Well, I hope so, Tony Schiavone said. I hope so. Well, it seems to me, Biggie Langston says, that some folks seem to think that the World Heavyweight winnings need be not as good, as the TWF Heavyweight winnings. But as the TWF World Heavyweight fighter, yes, I know that I held a winnings that goes back to 2001 YL with Hulk Hogan. That's how far this winnings goes back to. And I know over the years some folks may have, said, Biggie Langston, we all know you were a former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter. We all know that you were a former WWE heavyweight fighter. We know you were at least a two-time WWE Interlando fighter, and we know you won the WWE Raw and Tag Team winnings many sundriest times. But when it comes to, being a main show, well, some folks might think, oh, you were a letdown. Well, everyone has the right to their thought or to their belief. If I was a letdown or not. At the end of the day, the held belief that I was a letdown is not shit. It's not true. So I understand that I gotta put my TWF World Heavyweight winnings on stake here today against Rex. Since the main overseer of the TWF, Baron Corbin, booked that match for me to be in. And I never really liked Baron Corbin, to be earnest with you. He hasn't really done anything good. Oh, you don't like me. What did I ever do to you, Biggie Langston? Except give you time to be on the show, to fight for the TWF, to put your TWF World Heavyweight winnings on stake? Well, I'll tell you why I don't like you. Because right when you came to the TWF, you started shit with the Hulk. You still had shit with the Hulk you haven't settled yet. You had the Hulk benched. Then you started shit with then you gave yourself the TWF 24/7 winnings, made yourself the TWF 24/7 fighter. You know what? You're doing what Aries, Eric Bischoff, Lord Zed, Divatox, and Kang, and Luke Guy all did before you. Well, if you like that, Oh, and don't forget how you seeked, how you made yourself the one, booked yourself against Mara for the TWF heavyweight winnings. Had Aries be the fight keeper, and at the end of the day, you think you're off to a good. That's why I don't like you. Well, let me give you some other grounds to why you should not like. Hey, Biggie Langston, are we going to have a match here? Or are you going to talk about how you hate, how you hate Baron Corbin as the main overseer of the TWF? Yeah. So you're on his side now? Yeah, I think so. Oh! Ding-ding-ding. And Biggie Langston, if you don't beat Rex, you can have yourself benched, banned, whatever. Just like the Hulk. Well, we got a fight keeper in the ring now, Michael Cole says. And I am told that we seek Montel Retadius Porter, so we'll see him next week on Dynamite or Mike. Well, I could tell you one thing, Tony Schiavone says. I could tell you one thing. Rex shifting heel, I wouldn't have saw that happen. Well, this is for the TWF. This is for the TWF World Heavyweight winnings. First, he is Rex, and he is Big E Langston, and he is the TWF World Heavyweight Fighter. He's a TWF World Heavyweight Fighter, Big E Langston. Well, Baron Corbin has already put Big E Langston in a bind, Michael Cole said. If he don't beat Rex, he's going to be handicapped the same way the Hulk or the Big was handicapped, Michael Cole says. So how fair is that, Tony Schiavone said. That's not fair at all. I'll tell you what, Elijah Burke said. It's all fair. If Big E Langston didn't want to be handicapped or weakened, he shouldn't have started He should not have said. He should not start ranting and bitching about Baron Corbin being the main overseer of the TWF. So you're saying Michael Cole said he doesn't have the right to free speech? Is that what you're saying, Tony Schiavone? Say he doesn't have the right to rant or bitch about someone? Yeah, wrong time, wrong stead, Elijah Burke says. Oh, Rex coming down. Oh, Rex in with his toe again. Rex from the Dollar Tree, who got the cheap shot on Big E Langston earlier, even before the match got started, Michael Cole said. Yes, right, Tony Schiavone said. Michael, you're right about that. It was a cheap shot that Rex from the Dollar Tree did to Big E Langston before the match happened. Tell me one thing, Michael and Tony. How can that be a cheap shot? How can that be a cheap shot? Big E Langston got Rex down, saying it was a cheap shot what Rex did. Oh, well, that's a cheap shot there, Elijah Burke says. No, it's not, Michael Cole said. It's a big ending, Michael Cole says. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. Oh, Big E Langston's going to win this match here today. Well, we'll have to see, Elijah Burke said, if he doesn't get handicapped for this. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And still the TWF heavyweight fighter, still the TWF World Heavyweight Fighter, Big E Langston. And Big E Langston is still the TWF heavyweight fighter by beating Rex here today on Dynamite or Mike. And we wonder if Baron Corbin is going to still handicap Big E Langston or not. Michael Cole says. Well, he said it would handicap him and weaken him if he lost to Rex. Since he won, I don't think he will. Hi, Buttercup. Come on, Mimi. Hi, Buttercup. Hi, Doggy. Well, here comes now. Oh, Big E Langston. Good work on you, keeping your TWF World Heavyweight winnings by beating Rex from the Dollar Tree. I told you I was only going to handicap you or weaken you if you didn't win. Well, it looks like I lied. You're handicapped anyway. But your handicap, your weakening, isn't going to be the same thing as the Hulk or the Big. You're going to be taking on the man who beat you for the World Heavyweight. You're going to be taking on the man who beat you for the TWF Heavyweight winnings back in 2021, YL, and that was Kenny Omega. Oh! Kenny Omega just struck Biggie Langston from behind and dropped him down like a weakling, Tony. Like a weakling, Michael Cole says. And there's Osiris there, or the Jackal there, whatever you want to call him these days. And Kenny Omega just struck Biggie Langston, and the Jackal just knocked him down too. So Michael Cole said, I guess Biggie Langston's going to fight Kenny Omega. He's going to have to put his TWF World Heavyweight winnings on stake against Kenny Omega. Looks like that, Tony Schiavone said. Kenny Omega is the former AEW, IW, AAA, NJPW heavyweight fighter. He is a former AEW tag team fighter and a former three-man team tag team fighter in AEW. Let me tell you something, Kenny Omega says. I will be the TWF World Heavyweight Fighter. Instead of being a two-time TWF 24/7 fighter, instead of being a former TWF Heavyweight Fighter, AEW Heavyweight Fighter, IW Heavyweight Fighter, AAA Heavyweight Fighter, NJPW Heavyweight Fighter, Kenny Omega will be your next TWF World Heavyweight Fighter, the Jackal or Osiris says. Biggie Langston, you look like a loser. And guess what? I'm gonna be the fight lord for that match. So you know I just raised the stakes up against you, Biggie Langston. Baron Corbin says. He's gonna be in here. You want out? Well, it looks like Biggie Langston is going to be in another bind thanks to Baron Corbin, the main overseer to TWF. And I take it away to Jim Ross now, Michael Cole says. Alright, Michael Cole, Tony Schiavone, I'm going to be talking with Biggie Langston here today on Dynamite or Might. Biggie Langston, it seems you are still the TWF World Heavyweight Fighter, but it don't look good for you, my friend. No, it doesn't, JR. No, Jim Ross. I just seek out that I'm going to be fighting Kenny Omega, that my TWF World Heavyweight winnings is going to be on stake. All because I worked my right to free speech, and I bitched and ranted about Baron Corbin being the main overseer to TWF. Baron Corbin, you can handicap me just like you handicapped the Hulk or the Big, but sooner or later the Hulk or the Big's gonna come back, and sooner or later I'm gonna get you, or sooner or later both of us are gonna get you. And you think I should be frightened of Kenny Omega? Oh yeah, alright, I'll give you. Former IW, AEW, AAA, NJPW heavyweight fighter, former TWF heavyweight fighter. But at the end of the day, he's not going to get my TWF World Heavyweight winnings. Sorry, Kenny Omega, you're not. You might be the gatherer, but you're not going to be gathering my winnings. Well, that's my talk with Biggie Langston. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Kenny. Thank you for talking with Biggie Langston here today on Dynamite or Might. And it is all the time we got here for Dynamite or Might. Michael Cole, for Tony Schiavone and Elijah Burke. We hoped you liked Dynamite. And we'll see you tomorrow for Impact on Access TV or Smash and Inside Farseer.